Dan, thank you very much. North Carolina off to a tremendous start here. A 7-0 lead over Florida State here at the Smith Center. Dave O'Brien alongside the Hall of Famer Dickie V. Allison Williams with us as well. And Carolina looks ready.
Well, you know, Obi, they've really come to play so far defensively. A couple of forced turnovers, conversions. We know they can score. They average 89.3 a game. One of the best in America, number 6 in the nation. They
are 16-1. They have won 12 consecutive games. This is a loaded Florida State team, but down early. Big Ojo will hit for 2. And one of the 2 7-footers will see regular minutes today for the Seminoles.
You know, Ojo gets that deuce after a timeout. That was an excellent timeout.
Look at Hicks sailing down the lane to lay it in.
Unmolested, went one end to the other, nobody in front of him. They're going to start lacing them up, Florida State. It's been all North Carolina early.
Wild shot there by Rattan Mays, trying to pick that up in the lane. He got it back outside for Bacon. His man with a shot, but too strong. Rebound picked off by Hicks, who is really looking motivated today.
Yeah, he really's been very effective offensively.
Sailing at 3 that did not touch a thing.
That was an air ball, baby. That looked like one of my shots.
That was a legitimate air ball. Florida State, the school record, 12 consecutive, and banking it in. Jonathan Isaac, the 6'10 freshman.
Well, as my buddy Timmy Brandon would say, is the bank open, baby?
Jackson very quickly on the other end. And you blink, and you're going to miss a basket with these 2.
Well, you know, Jackson, multi-talented. He's improved his range as a shooter, shooting like close to 40% from the 3.
Bacon's 3. Into the corner, and run down by Hicks. Another rebound for the senior.
There's no doubt North Carolina is absolutely a power offensively. If they commit defensively, they will be very tough to beat.
Justin Jackson averaging 18 a game. At times, a scoring machine. Once again, Hicks, and he's going to draw the contact as he came in on the weak side to snatch that rebound and takes the foul.
Well, one of the things, when you talk about the strengths, and you look at Florida State, it's depth. He's getting ready to wholesale and sub 4 guys. He's not happy with what he sees. They call themselves the Boom Squad coming off the bench.
Basically an entire new lineup, and that's the way that Leonard likes to do it. Leonard Hamilton, his FSU team playing at an elite level. North Carolina with a 13-5 advantage here at the 16-10 mark. So Hicks already with 5 points and 3 rebounds. The senior from Oxford, North Carolina, drains that.
And the best stat he has, very soft on the free throw line, very feathery. Leonard not happy with the early start. But the best stat Hicks has, no fouls. Because he's had some problems with foul trouble.
Isaac on the bench, a very gifted freshman, averaging 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. On top here for Phil Coulter, he's a junior. One of the better athletes on the floor for the Seminoles, and that's saying something. Slicing inside, and Angola Rodas will take the foul. The junior hit a very fast start for North Carolina. Hitting threes, getting in close, using the window as well. And North Carolina, one of the great offenses in the country, rolling early at home. Got a plan until you get hit in the face.
Oh, bam, bam, bam.
Thanks.
Well, they just got hit in the face right there, baby. I got a good right hook. And I'll tell you this about Florida State. Unbelievable to win at Virginia. To me, that was the one that's special. They beat Duke, dominated them at home, but winning on the road the way they did, and Bacon didn't allow them to lose. Leonard Hamilton told me this club is special, they're unselfish. They got 11 guys that play at least a minimum of 11 minutes per game.
Well, they played 12 in their last game. Angola Rodas at the line, and the rebound comes free, picked off by Colfer. And out of play, 15:49 to go here in the first half. Let's go to Allison.
Well, just speaking of the depth Florida State has, that's what stood out to me when I went to their practice in October. Leonard Hamilton had 3 teams of 5 guys, each wearing different color-coded jerseys. And he would switch out who was in on each team in each practice, and it helped his guys get used to playing with one another. So you'll see him use a lot of different combos out on that court.
Tough drive on the baseline by Forrest, one of the freshmen who gets serious minutes. On the back down in the lane, Kofer, did he keep his foot down? He spun it in.
Well, he makes a terrific move. Remember, this kid was a starter 2 years ago. Coming off the bench now, had an ankle injury, sat out last year.
North Carolina 15-3, ranked number 11. Florida State is ranked number 9, their highest ranking in season since 92-93. May off the bench, too strong with the three.
You know, mention that ranking. It's not very often, other than Duke coming here, that they're playing a team, North Carolina, higher ranked than they are.
Bacon got a good look and knocks in a three. He can get very high.
Well, he's a special player. When you talk about the best players in America, he's got to be included.
Very. Tiptoeing into the lane, knocked away, and it's going to be on the line, and Carolina will keep it. Roy Williams coming in with 798 wins, Dick, and averaging 28 wins a year in his Hall of Fame career.
That's pretty good, huh? 28 a year. Wow, that'll get you to the Hall of Fame for sure. That's why he's a guy that's in that beautiful place.
May back out to Nate Britt, the senior, just into the contest for the first time. Back for May really gives Williams important minutes now that his ankle is healed.
You got to play very tough when you play this club in North Carolina.
Berry, baseline, spins it up, that won't go, but Meeks with the follow.
They're an offensive rebound. Think about this. They are right now second in the nation offensively in rebound. They're number 1 in America in terms of the margin on rebound. So that's one of their great strengths, and Leonard Hamilton was really concerned about keeping them off the glass.
They are the 2 top offenses. They go 1-2 in the ACC. North Carolina, number 1, averaging 89 points a game. Tipped out of play, back over the heels.
Watch North Carolina right now. Nobody blocks out. There's the little offensive rebound. Ready for this? 43% of the missed shots, they rebound and get the next possession.
Is this the best rebounding team in the country?
Oh, right now, I don't think there's one better.
Hicks, again, getting very active offensively. He's held there. He has been the focus of their offense here in the early minutes.
And he's a very good free throw shooter. He's a guy who goes to the line. He's got a nice, soft, feathery touch.
Jarquez Smith, an excellent shot blocker, but he picked up his first foul. Hicks makes 80%.
Yeah, he makes 80%. I had Notre Dame the other day. If you're in a close game with them, you're in trouble. They're shooting as a team 84%. They're on right now. They're on mark to become the all-time free throw shooting team in the history of college basketball. 82% is the high. Harvard has that back in 1982. Now, I thought Harvard would be high with the SATs. I didn't know they were high there in the free throw.
I think they are both ways, but 84% is ridiculous.
For a team, absolutely. And that helps you win those close games. They edged Miami the other day.
Florida State trying to make it 13 consecutive wins in an early hole here at Chapel Hill. Rose will kick that one out. The long one by Forrest. He's a 6'5 freshman. Pinson for Berry. Short. And a free ball up top picked off by the Seminoles.
Tell you one thing I'm impressed with the Seminoles. They're not shooting well, but they do move the basketball as a walking violation.
It'll be their 4th turnover here in the first half. Florida State with serious depth and balance. Many are saying they are a Final Four contender. In the Duke win, they had 12 players get in the game. They're 4 points away from being 17-0, Dick. They only lost a 3-point defeat to Temple.
That Temple beat them up in Brooklyn in the Barclays.
Hicks straight on, in and out. Big fight for the rebound. And a tie-up on the play. Possession arrow belongs to FSU, so the Noles will have it. 13:21 to go here in the first half. It's Sunday night, the 15th annual Martin Luther King Jr. celebration game between Jimmy Butler and the Bulls and the Memphis Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. The Grizz will debut their MLK 50 Pride uniform in that contest.
I'll tell you one thing, North Carolina came out here with a mission to play some tough defense. And that's one of their elements they've really not been great this year at.
Bump, that one got up there, but for a shot will not drop, but hit in the act with 13:10 left in the half. He's the nephew of the longtime NFLer and FSU star Amp Lee.
He was pretty good, Amp Lee. Played about 9 years. Good running back. And, you know, talking about defense, I read in a column by Andrew Carter, who writes here in Raleigh-Durham, that Roy was really upset I know Allison touched on how they played well in the first half against Wake Forest. He said the second half defensively, we did not play well. He was very frustrated because Wake was down 19 and got it down to 1 point. By the way, Wake Forest got some good young players.
Britt picked up his first foul moments ago. Here's Woods. He can't finish, but Hicks does. He's been everywhere in the first half.
I'll tell you what, Hicks has been the star of stars out here this afternoon. And there they are again on the offensive glass, and that's one of their strengths. You better negate that. Doc's out.
Isaac with a fall away. Nice touch there for the 6'10 freshman. Leonard Hamilton calls him an unselfish superstar. He believes he is going to be a great college player. Maybe only for 1 year, though. Hicks again. May with a rebound. Able to tiptoe that line. Here's Britt's jumper off target.
There's another offensive rebound. I mean, you can't give them so many opportunities. They're too talented offensively. And there it is right now. Look at Hicks. He's climbing all over the glass. You know, you mentioned about Isaac. I hope that he decides to stay in school because he has to get that body a lot stronger to be able to deal with the physicality of the NBA.
Yeah, he came in at 185 pounds at 6'10". He's up to about 210 right now, but they need him to put on some more. Here's May with a hook. That's a sweet shot.
I'll tell you, May off the bench, he's a guy that gives him a little energy, spark, he can make shots.
Forrest, the freshman, trying to attack, trying to get in close, but fouled there with 11:59 to go in the first half. And when we come back, a peek inside the office of the head coach of Carolina, Roy Williams, showing us around when we return to Chapel Hill.
On his desk where he can look at them daily. Really cool just to see some of the great photos throughout his office. And I'll tell you guys, you saw it. They line every shelf, every wall is covered. Roy Williams loves his pictures and was really kind to share some of his favorites with us.
Great stuff there. He did come over and ask, did anybody see a stapler? After we spent considerable time there, up 22-14. And at the line, Trent Forrest, the freshman. And he has 3 points here in the first half. And Terrence Mann coming back on now for the Seminoles. So far, very quiet. The big offensive guys for the Noles, Xavier Rattan-Mays and Dwayne Bacon.
I'll tell you one thing, Mann's one of the most improved players. I think the most improved is playing Notre Dame, the kid Matt Farrell. Point guard, unbelievable. A little zone right here.
Inside the Meeks, but he lost it. He ran right up against big Michael Ojo, who is 7'1", 304.
Well, what's really hurting right now, Florida State, 6 offensive rebounds by North Carolina have led to 8 points. Courtesy of John Madrid, who does a great job in their stats.
Leaning in, he tipped his own miss out of play. So it's back over to North Carolina.
I'll tell you one thing, it's always special coming here. You see all the blue, you see the unbelievable love for basketball. Sammy Cassell once said, wine, baby, wine and cheese crowd. They're no longer a wine and cheese crowd.
And they have been ready for Florida State. They're very knowledgeable basketball fans here, among the very best in the country. They know how good this Seminole team is.
They're very physical. They look impressive. When you watch them in a warm-up, you see their physicality, their strength. And they're unselfish. They've all bought into it. Hey, let's play as a team, not worry about minutes or worry about stats.
He's getting a touch up against Ojo, left him way short. Ojo can be such an intimidating presence. Sat out last year with a knee injury, and he felt that sit and watch season really helped him a great deal. The block from behind by Meeks. Woods to the lane, tough shot. Hicks did not connect. Williams with the follow. He can't get it.
Almost had another offensive rebound for a score.
And bodies hitting the deck here in the first half of Chapel Hill. Well, after we're done here, we'll take you to Rupp Arena as Malik Monk and number 6 Kentucky will take on the Auburn Tigers right after this game.
Well, you know, Kentucky, very similar to North Carolina. very talented. The difference, they're such a young diaper dandy team, but they got to also buy in to defend on a regular basis. That's a cry of John Calipari. To win a national title, you got to guard people. You can't just rely on your offensive efficiency.
B.J. Savoy coming off the bench. He just buried a three. He can shoot it.
That's his great asset. His daddy was a heck of a star in Vegas back in the mid-90s.
They led them in scoring in 1995, in fact, at Las Vegas. Hey, Hicks is on the bench now after his outstanding start with 2 fouls.
And that's what we talked about. That's a major thing to be concerned with.
Jackson around and out. Rebound spins right back to the Seminoles. Now they have the momentum.
They've got a little uptick right now.
10 Mays feeding on the baseline and a foul. And count that basket.
Yeah, Roger Ayers right on the call. He's a good zebra, man. He really take control of the game. I'll tell you, Florida State started off a little sluggish, but they seem to pick it up right now, Obi. They seem to have that momentum, and that's that bench strength. Bringing guys in like Savoy. He made 2 big threes in the Duke game. Was a lot closer than the margin until he came in and knocked down 2 threes.
Speaks with a foul. No 3-point play for man, but a 2-point game. And this is something that NC State was unable to do last weekend here, recover after really getting hit hard early. But FSU has done it. Barry with a long run for 3.
Joe Barry, baby, he shot that from Durham. He shot that from the Duke campus. Unfortunately, Duke didn't shoot so many great ones today because Louisville got that W.
I think Louisville would say fortunate, for sure. They played a very, very good game at home against the Blue Devils. Ratan Mays averaging 11 points a game, but he's had his 2 best games, you could argue, against this North Carolina team.
Well, he's become more of a distributor and facilitator than looking to score.
Ojo tough to move in close, but a misfire. Big rebound in traffic, and another foul, and another basket by Man. Man, is he working hard.
Well, Man's a guy that stuffs the sheet, as Clark Kellogg would say. He's a stat stuffer. He's a guy that's so improved from last year. They show saying, hey, you can rebound on the offensive glass? What about us, baby? We got some legs, too. We got some bounce. We got like guys like Obi who's always energized. You were energized at dinner last night.
No question.
Oh, you were fired
well,
up.
you were buying, too. That was another reason. Man really playing tough underneath that rim, and he has made it a 2-point game again. He comes in averaging only 9 points a game, but he's a 61% shooter. May on the entry. There's Ojo to knock it right back in his face.
The size was the difference there. He was going up with that little jumper, and the size affected him in that lane.
The out of play by Ratan Mays, a little bit out of control on that effort.
Well, I'm going to tell you people right now, down in Tallahassee, you better follow this team, because you're not going to get an opportunity to see so many great teams across America on a regular basis. But this is a Florida State team that is unique, they're talented, they're offensive-minded, and they got a good winner's mentality. Down there, you know, I pick up the paper, what do I read all over the paper? Recruiting football. They're signing this guy. They're signing that guy. They won the Orange Bowl. Oh, yeah, by the way, Florida State has another tough game in basketball. Yeah. Give me a break. It's basketball season. Put the pigskin away.
And what a run they are on right now, and they have to be, because that gauntlet of 4 games, Duke, North Carolina, Notre Dame, and Louisville. The follow-away by Bacon, no good, and a foul will go against FSU. North Carolina on top 25-23. The foul on Terrence Mann, his second.
We'll all be down there next Saturday for that game with Louisville. That'll be exciting. Down here, the Cardinals looking up. I'll smile too. By 16-1, I smile. You know what shocked me? One number, he's 67. I said, Leonard, you look about 47. You're 67. He's not laughing. He said, what about you? You're 77.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I want to do it too. 8:39 left here in the first half. Quite a recovery by the Seminoles.
Have an apple a day.
An apple a day, it's that simple. Pinson around the back. The hook pass for May. Now it's loose. And scooped up by Savoy and up and in for 2.
What a lift he's giving off the bench, Savoy.
Well, he's tied it at 25. So early on, it looked like it had the earmarks of a runaway for the Tar Heels. Very short with a jumper, and now the Seminoles can take the lead.
Well, this Seminole team's too talented, too many players to look at a runaway.
Barry with a great stop, though, defensively. The pull-up pop. He got it.
What a big-time point guard he has become. He's more what I call a combo guard. He's a scorer. He can handle the ball. He's got that scorer's mentality. MVP out there in Maui, as Allison talked about the performance out there.
Now on that play, Luke May committed a foul for North Carolina as Berry knocked in the two-pointer to make it 27-25. 1-and-1 time now for the Seminoles, and Isaac to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1. Good foul shooter, the freshman, 78%. And he has 5 points here in the first half, but can't connect. So North Carolina ahead 27-25. Here's Jackson. We've not called his name very often in the first half.
Well, he and Bacon have been awful quiet.
Scooped up, the theft by Isaac. Here's Bacon. A lot of contact. He made it. He'll go to the line as well.
He must have heard me say he's been quiet, baby. He's got some great skills. If I had to talk some of the great players right now in college basketball, All-Americans, the kid down at Purdue's been super smart again.
Berry is down at the moment on his back on the baseline. We'll take a break and then take a look when we return. 7:38 remaining as Florida State forces the turnover, gets the basket as well. Back and forth we go. Looked like he may have been kicked.
Notre
Thank
Dame
you very much. This one tied at 27, 7:38 to go here in the first half, and Berry is on the bench, but he is telling us that he is good to return. He did get kicked in the face inadvertently by his teammate Kenny Williams.
He's so valuable to his team. I think Hicks getting in foul trouble early really suffocated and hurt their offense. We looked at North Carolina, and we talked about that, how important that was to keep them out of foul trouble.
Walker with a reach-in foul. 1-and-1 time now for the Tar Heels.
So they don't have the kid Bradley. Tony Bradley at 6'10", 6'10 and a half. Very active player, concussion, not able to play.
Isaiah Hicks back on the floor now.
See, now if I'm Florida State, I'm attacking. Whoever he is guarding, we have to attack him to try and get the third.
Woods with a miss. Carolina is a man down in Tony Bradley. Talented 6'11 freshman. He's out with concussion. That's indefinite. We're hoping to get him back fairly quickly, maybe as early as Monday. And a foul, a little trip there by Meeks with 7:12 to go. And back to the Wake Forest game. And they're not exactly sure it was on the contact when he went backward and hit his head, if that was the concussion. In any event, he is out. North Carolina had the early lead here. They're up by 9, and since then, FSU has taken advantage on a 15-5 run.
Got to make your free throws. You want to win games, you got to make free throws in close games. You know, with concussions today, they really have to be cautious and take their time.
Glad they do.
Absolutely. What about Bo Jackson coming out and saying, if I knew what's happening about some of these concussions, etc., I wouldn't play football.
Sure. Florida State taking a 29-27 lead.
They've done a great job in the Katie Beats on the inside. Yes,
right. He likes that shot, but Meeks with the follow.
Then the game Meeks, and what does he do? Comes up with one of their great assets. Missed the shot, get the second one, and convert. That was a great trademark years ago. John Thompson with the Hoyas. If they missed the shot, you were in big trouble.
Bacon with Racine. Got too fancy with a pass and picked up by Jackson. He wants to run. The shovel. They move it inside, intended for Hicks, and a foul on the play.
You know, Jackson did really a great job at the steal advancing, wanted to be unselfish. He should have taken that right to the basket. He had an open lane to the goal. Sometimes being unselfish is not the good thing. Like right now, see, he can run right to the goal.
And Kamachi with the foul, a 7'4" sophomore from Chad.
Wow, 7'4". Kamachi, that's unbelievable. You look at that size. Kid has not played a whole lot of basketball.
Yeah, he's a project. But another Florida State 7-footer. Knowles always seem to have at least one guy over 7, sometimes as many as 3.
Oh, but you can't teach that size. You cannot teach that size.
Ojo at 7'1".
You got something to work with. I'm sure every day they work on big man moves around the basket. Just got to get a little bit more familiar with the rhythm and timing of a game, up and down the court, 5-on-5.
Hicks sinks that one. And he has 12, Dick, in the first half.
And he has sat out some good minutes. He came here ready to play. I think it's important important stat would be to somehow, some way, Florida State to get a third on him.
Go for the big rebound. Walker's free in the corner, and he knocks it in a three-pointer. Florida State back on top by 1.
Well, did a great job reversing, finding an open man for the shot after the missed drive.
Florida State is a really good shooting team. They're number 13 nationally, 51%.
Well, they're number 1, only team in the ACC shooting better than 50%.
They went for the tip, trying to keep it alive. A foul on the floor with exactly 6 minutes to go in the half. Florida State really crashing that glass. Lee Cassell talking with Roger Ayers here about that call.
They really love getting on the glass. It becomes contagious.
The foul will go against the Seminoles, and C.J. Walker is second.
C.J. Walker gives him such a spark also off that bench. And watch this right here. Got a little grab there. Got a little grab. Roger Ayers call.
And Jackson back to the line, 79%.
Shooting the ball a lot better this year. He's a kid, long arms. Made a smart decision, saying no to the NBA and coming back to school. His stock a lot better now than it was certainly last year. He's up and down shooting the ball.
He's on the watch list for the Julius Erving Award as the best small forward in the country.
Dr. J was pretty good. University of Massachusetts, super.
This time I realized a human being could fly. And a foul before the shot, so no basket. That foul will go against the Seminoles. And he'll get Trent Forrest for the personal. 32-32. So a really good one brewing here at Chapel Hill.
Well, right now they're undefeated in conference play. We look at Florida State. There's another team undefeated as well. From South Bend, Indiana, the Irish, and they were up today on Virginia Tech on the road.
Those coming in a perfect 4-0 in conference play. Here's Berry outside the 3. Hicks will swing it. Jackson, baseline. Oh, what a tough shot, but he made it.
He does a perfect job on the baseline. He's a baseline beauty, man. Hangs real well.
Up top for Gopher. Forrest looking for a dunk there, and the foul is going to go against the Seminoles.
Under charge, yeah. Charge call by Chiesa.
So 5:18 remaining in a half.
Take the little baseline jump shot. Nice touch. Great touch.
Feathery. Jackson averaging 18 points a game. And now some pressure by Florida State. And contact and too much.
Yeah, that's a bad foul right there. You're 80 feet from the basket. You don't want to put him on the free throw line.
Well, that's a freshman foul, and number 3 on Forrest. Yeah, he's picked those up in rapid succession. Yeah,
Forrest right there, not a heady play. You can't give points away, especially on the road. Carolina's undefeated here this year, 8-0. Their 3 losses. They lost that one stunner. I think one of the shocks to me and stunning losses this year was North Carolina being beaten by Georgia Tech. Only because Georgia Tech's personnel now is nowhere near the caliber of many teams right now in the ACC.
Look at today's fast relief brought to you by Zantac, and Berry with another one. Outstanding at that line at 92%. He has 9 points in the first half.
They just gave him a deuce by fouling him 80 feet from the basket. That's a no-no. We'll hear about that when they look at the video and go over the analysis of it.
We talk about Forrest picking up quick fouls. 3 fouls in 46 seconds.
That's quick.
You got to be trying to foul somebody. Way downtown by Bacon.
Well, you expect that from Bacon. Bacon's a star player. The team needed a basket there, and he comes up with a big play. I think he's one of the 5 best right now. If I think of Josh Hart, I love from down there in Villanova. Swanigan having a great year for Purdue. Lonzo Ball, you can think about from UCLA.
Well, Bacon's one of those guys, pardon the pun, but he can really sizzle. He gets going. One of the better shooters in the country.
Nice
Hay with a swing.
Great ball fake. Notice the North Carolina kids. They give that triple threat position and use that ball fake exceptionally well.
Amaji up there for the rebound. He's already up there at 7-4. Bacon could not duplicate that effort of 10 seconds earlier.
Stay in front of Berry. Gotta let him attack the rim. Nice pass.
6. And the foul by Kamaji as he went for the block.
Tremendous look on the bounce pass to the post by Berry. Gave him the great angle, had the great look. Watch this right here, kids. Right off the bounce, off the dribble. There it is, bam. Oh, great to the baseline. Drop step. Seth Greenberg, you had to like that. Should have been doing more of that at V-Tech. Come on, Seth.
We'll hear him at halftime coming up. 4:14 to go with Hicks at the line. But a misfire.
Maybe Seth will come back. Hey, Seth, come on back to South Florida. You and I hook up down here. I stay home. We have a lot of fun. I'll go get you players, you coach, and I'll just get you the players. We'll have a blast.
Sounds like you're putting a deal together here.
Yeah, why not?
You like it where he is.
I know one guy's a little nervous right now today. He loves the Tar Heels. Loves them. I went to dinner with him a week ago, and he lights up when you mention North Carolina. Our boss, John Skipper.
Oh, sure.
John Skipper loves the Tar Heels. It's a school. It's where he went to school.
Well, on any given day, they have played like the best team in America. Right now, they have their hands full with an outstanding Florida State team. And there's Rattan Mays to connect for two.
Well, Rattan Mays has got to look for a shot more. I know it's nice he's the distributor of basketball, but he's got to score his ability.
Boy, he sure does. Remember, he scored 30 points against Miami in 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
That was incredible.
Very short on that one, but a second effort. Another offensive rebound, his second try, and on net from three.
Hey, Dave, how many second opportunities can you give them? If you're going to do that, it could be a long afternoon. They get too many second opportunity scores.
Rattan Mays looking for an answer. Gives it up for Angola Rodas, and that missed ugly. And now they want to run. Here's Berry.
Oh, what a great move.
To the left hand.
That's the Euro move, baby. That's the Euro move. Berry in the open court. Oh, I love it. How could you not get excited about being here, seeing these teams play? Come on, Obi. This is stealing money. Stealing money.
Bacon on Williams. His fall away. Won't drop. Carolina now at the big-time momentum. Pinson slapped away in a foul against the Noles with 2:57 to go in the half.
Pinson is a player that's coming back from an injury, a foot injury. He's a guy using some energy.
Well, Berry starting to light it up. Give him a second try like that, wide open. He's not going to miss it. He's 42% beyond the three-point line. He can drive it and score it too, and North Carolina has the lead.
You might still be the coach of the Pistons.
He's right about that. Oh, I got the Ziggy, man. You know what? I'm a TV man. 38 years. They talk about Roy Williams' record. They talk about Coach K's record. I got a better record. I haven't lost a game in 38 years.
You're all in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
And I coach every team in America.
Pinson at the line. Too strong with a second effort. So North Carolina on top 43-37. Florida State coming in ranked number 9. North Carolina is ranked 11. Rattan Mays starting to heat up. Taking on Britt. The kick out for Bacon. He can't sink it.
I tell you, there's a little bounce in the step by North Carolina here the last couple minutes.
Robinson going strong and draws the contact. The freshman out of Douglasville, Georgia.
They're really pushing the ball up the court in transition. Really getting it out.
Number 2 on Rattan Mays.
These next 2 minutes are big. You're Florida State right now. You don't want them to go on a spurt and go on double figures going in at halftime.
Robinson, freshman guard, playing about 12 minutes a game.
This is the 17th time, by the way, where North Carolina is ranked lower than their opponent. And in those games, they're 10-6.
North Carolina right now, I think, with a very small lineup with Jackson as the postman. So we'll see how this works in the last 2.5 for Roy Williams.
They want quickness to go with quickness.
Walker. Savoy steps back, fires, and hits it.
They got to get him shots. He can make shots. Certain guys, when he shoot the ball, just think it's going to go in. And he's one of those kind of kids.
It's about 8 points a game. That won't go as Robinson was harassed going to the rack.
I tell you, Isaac is so skilled.
Ojo with a hook. That rolls in. Nice touch from the big fella.
Nice play by getting the ball in the post, taking advantage of the size differential now.
The crowd wanted a foul against Ojo, but no whistle. Here's Berry now.
They took advantage of the mismatch.
Pinson, only recently back in the lineup, got a great long look but couldn't hit it.
This guy's so skilled with the ball.
Isaac thought about taking advantage of a loophole, having played a fifth-year prep year in high school that would have allowed him to go to the NBA. He didn't think he was ready. Here's Walker's jumper.
He made a smart decision. Smart decision. Physically, no way is he ready.
Ojo with the foul. And a 21 to go in the half.
There's Ojo on a defensive end. Great block, and he gets rewarded on the other end because they go right into him in the post. Listen, you blocked the shot. They wanted a foul right there in North Carolina. No call, and they get the deuce. The big guy blocks a shot defensively, scores offensively.
Ojo 7'1", over 300 pounds. You would think he's not afraid of anything. He hates to fly, Dick. He hates flying. But what he really wants to do after his playing days
Just be a pilot?
No, he wants to own a charter airline company.
Wow.
He just wants someone else to fly it.
Wow. Maybe I'll book him. I don't know. That's incredible. I know one thing. I can't believe Coach Fisher hasn't gotten to play on the defensive line.
Vincent to shoot again. And when he got healthy finally last week, North Carolina got deeper and even more talented. 45 to 41.
You know, you talk about the best teams in the country. You talk about teams that have a legitimate shot to win 6 games in a row. We're looking at 2 of them right here. 2 teams come postseason. They're going to have an opportunity and a chance. They got that kind of talent.
Bacon fires. It's a shot he typically makes. But on the line, North Carolina with a sloppy turnover.
You know, Bacon has improved his range as a shooter. His game, which we have not seen too much of here this afternoon, is driving and attacking off the bounce. He's becoming today more a stationary shooting jump shooter.
Tony Chiazza with the call, but Roy Williams disagreeing. He did not think his man went on the line. So Florida State with it. Angola Rodas trying to make a move into the paint. Downstairs for Gopher. Back out for Walker. Turned over.
Too many turnovers. Too many turnovers.
Vincent.
Nice pass.
Jackson with the flush.
What a great look. The diagonal pass. Tremendous vision by Vincent.
Angola Rodas in close, but no. Vincent there to grab it.
Vincent giving him some good positive minutes.
And 4 rebounds since he entered the fray. Jackson a little wild and off balance. And the foul will go against him.
Tell you one thing, what a great execution. Talk about offensive efficiency right here. Take a look at this. Drive, draw, and kick that ball to your star, Mr. Jackson, and he finishes it off.
Well, you knew this game would most likely be somewhere in the 80s, 90s when it's done. Both of these teams want to play up there.
They play up tempo. They utilize that unbelievable speed they have, the athleticism.
Fallon Jackson was his second. And this will be 2 shots for PJ Savoy, so shooting 2 here.
One of the keys in a game like this is a team must defend in transition. If you don't defend in transition here, you're going to go home with an out.
Some of these transition baskets will give you a whiplash. They get up and down. 7 for Savoy. Played well here in the first half, but can't hit at the line.
You know, a good shooter like him can't go there and miss 2 free throws.
There's only 64%.
I know, it's amazing. He's too good a shooter from the perimeter.
So about a 4-second split between the game and shot clock. And North Carolina up by 6. Here's Britt. Looking to penetrate, but denied. Williams off the fake. Back for Britt. Berry's wide open. He got it.
What a great job of sharing the basketball. Just shows you people out there share the ball, good things happen. Put it in the right hands. A guy like Berry who can make the shot. Tremendous way to finish the half. Uncle Mo, baby. Uncle Mo is on the side of the Tar Heel.
Berry sinking the long 3. And North Carolina with the lead at halftime over Florida State, 50 to 41. And now we send it to Allison Williams.
Coach, UNC began the game so well, going up by 9, and now they go into the half up by 9. But you led a few times during that stretch. What do you guys need to do well against?
Well, we missed 9 free throws. My point guard has 5 turnovers. We just got to settle down. I mean, they're doing a very good job. They're making some good plays. I'm sure our guys will settle down in the second half. The turnovers, missed free throws, and I also think that we just got to settle down and execute. I don't think we'll move the ball very well the first half. We'll make the adjustments.
Leonard, thank you.
Very confident. His team is 16-1, 4-0 in the ACC. Got to find a way to slow down Joe Barry. Getting set for the second half, and North Carolina with a 9-point lead over FSU. Roy Williams standing by with Allison.
Coach Williams, so many momentum shifts in that first half. You had such a strong start. Florida State battled back. What was the message to your guys about how they needed to close out that half?
Well, we went really small. First time we've ever played this year, maybe any year, without any single post player. Never caused a foul trouble. And told them just keep battling on the boards. And at halftime, we just got to keep playing. And it's going to be a change of momentum back and forth because it's going to be a lot of possessions. But we got to do it defensively.
Roy, thank you.
Thank you.
Dave O'Brien and Dickie V with it, and you think these first 4 minutes are huge?
I really do. I think the first 4 minutes are going to dictate the kind of game. It's important right now for Florida State to go on a little bit of a run. They got to get baking going. They shoot 3 for 9, and when you look at the offensive rebound, you look at North Carolina with 10. What do you call offensive rebounds? Leads to 14 points. Turnovers certainly have hurt as well for Florida State. 11 turnovers in the first half.
You saw Leonard Hamilton talk with Allison right at the end of the first half. He didn't lack for confidence. There's a reason for that. Even though he's down by 9, they were down 30-23 on the road at Virginia. Very, very tough opponent to get back in a game against, and they recovered and they won that game by 2.
Well, you know, there's not as many possessions in the Virginia game, so 7 there is a lot bigger than that. But that's a great way to start for North Carolina. The little floater in the lane by their star.
Justin Jackson with the basket. He has 10, and this is the biggest lead of the day for the Tar Heels.
Well, they got 3 guys in double figures. Now, Berry was sensational there, scoring 17, and Hicks had 13.
Way downtown. Rattan Mays as he connects.
They got to get him shots. He's got to look to score. He's too talented offensively to just want to pass the basketball.
Teammates call him X. He's a marked man at Chapel Hill. He's had a 35-point game here and another 30-point game against the Tar Heels in his career. So he's been a handful for them.
That's 65, baby. I even can figure that out.
Man, off the window and tipped up and in. Isaac got a fingertip on it.
Well, Isaac gets the tip. They're very strong on the offensive glass as well when you look at Florida State.
Berry looking for 19 and a nice touch.
Poor job stopping the basketball. You got to stop the basketball. You can't let them get to the rim like that easily.
54-46. Here's Rattan Mays again. That was in and out. Boy, he's inside the cylinder.
He got robbed, baby, on that one. That one should have went down. They got to control this guy right here. Berry's their catalyst. He's their engine. If he's going well, it makes the team just play at a bigger level.
Well, he was huge in their victory in the second half with 31 points against Clemson. Came close, but he can't connect. Rebound tip to Williams. Wide open. That won't drop.
Then they get second opportunities. They are a tremendous offensive rebounding team.
Look at Isaac at 6'10", handle the ball and knock it in for 2.
He is so skilled for a big kid. What a future. Oh, he has got an unbelievable future.
3 years ago, Dick, he was a 6'2" guard, and then came the growth spurt.
He said he grew 7 inches after 1 year.
Meeks in tight no. No follow there by Jackson. And the whistle.
Florida State's done a great job negating Meeks on the interior.
Foul will go against Meeks. That's number 3 as we look at the top teams in the ACC coming in. Florida State and Notre Dame, the unbeatens at 4-0.
You know, you look at that, you see 5 teams. And you don't see that school as D-U-K-E. Does that show you the depth and the strength of this conference? I mean, Duke was preseason, everybody's number 1. Had so many injuries, obviously, but it shows you the strength. This is by far the best conference in basketball.
Isaac, another good look, and what a touch for the big fella.
He has got good-looking skills. Shoots well, tucks the elbow in, squares his body.
Averaging 12 points a game off to a hot start in the second half. He has 11 so far today.
You know, your stats are almost like really deceiving when you look at this club because they don't get a lot of minutes. Nobody plays better than 20-some minutes.
Meeks pounding it inside. Again in close. The follow. The 2.
Second effort used that body really well. The last 5 games, he's rebounded exceptionally well. Having better than 11 rebounds a game in the last 5.
Yeah, against Wake Forest in the last one for Carolina, 18 points 11 rebounds as he looks at an NBA future. Man, back to Bacon.
I got to get Bacon going. He's 3 for 9. He's got to start driving the basketball to the goal.
Ojo swooping in, lost the handle on it, right to Meeks. And now Berry wants to push the tempo.
Well, he's on the attack mode. He is on the attack. Oh, out of control right there.
But he got it free to Hicks, who will draw the foul. Somehow got it free despite stumbling into that lane. And after we're done here, we take you to Rupp Arena. Malik Monk and number 6 Kentucky taking on Auburn. That's right after our broadcast from Chapel Hill.
You know, you talk about All-American teams, you got to include the name Monk in there as well. That 47-point performance, Roy was telling us before the game, was so special against North Carolina. As I told him in my 38 years, I have not seen a diaper dandy have a game like that away from home where every point was needed. They don't win if he doesn't make shots down the stretch. You know, it's great to score 35, you win by 25 or 30, it's still a great performance. But when you score 47 and you win a 103 to 100, that is special.
Yeah, no padding there. 16:37 to go in this one. Hicks smooth at the line. He has 15.
He's got that double touch at that free throw line.
Bacon, his fall away. That glances off to May.
They're doing a great job negating any driving ability of Bacon. They can shoot shots like that, falling away from the basket.
Again, Florida State with a 12-game winning streak and taken away from Hicks. They forced a turnover. Man in transition. And a reach-in foul there by Berry to stop the clock with 16:11 to go. That'll be his second.
Saw Berry in high school. I watched him in the tournament. City of Palms tournament up in Fort Myers. You knew right away this kid was heading for stardom. Came out of high school in the Orlando area.
He's on the Bob Cousy Award watch list for the best point guard in the country. Mays dumping it downstairs, and a foul as Isaac got hit. And desperately wanted to go for the three-point play. Hicks with his third foul.
Nice little pass inside. Hicks got to go to the sideline. That could be major. You know what? 3, he's got to get him out, right? 3 fouls.
Well, you would think here with all this time remaining, but right now he's staying in with Isaac at the line. And the youngster, good foul shooter, 78%. So right now, Hicks is going to stay in there, the 6'9" senior.
I'm kind of surprised right now with 16 on the clock.
And Isaac makes the pair. He'll step out. And Phil Colfer, the 6'8" junior, will come on now for Leonard Hamilton.
He's an experienced player. Colfer had an ankle injury this last year, but he's very experienced. He started 2 years ago.
Berry up against Rattan Mays. That's a pretty good matchup. Rattan Mays shut down Grayson Allen the last time out against Duke. Held him to 9 points. He said it was absolutely personal because that was one of the trips of last season. No basket, a foul before that, so they'll wave it off. Carolina with the 58-52 lead over FSU at Chapel Hill. Well, the midseason candidates for the Wendy's Windwash came out this week. We have 3 of them in this game. So far, the brightest star has certainly been Joel Berry.
Yeah, he's been the star of stars thus far. He's been in attack mode, shooting the 3, also pulling up, shooting the medium range jump shot as well. You see him right here, under control, and out of control like a lot of guys, and he can finish off. He's just a very attacking offensive player, very skilled, multi-dimensional.
Hicks at the line. That's a rare miss for him today. He's 9 out of 11.
I'm kind of surprised that Roy's got him on the floor. I really mean that. With 3 fouls, he's so vital. They got the plus lead by 6, but he's also, you know, Roy Williams figuring, hey, I don't want to put him on the bench because we're not the same team without him.
Well, Pinson getting ready to check in. We'll see if that's for Hicks, and indeed that'll be the case.
Yeah, that's a smart move. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. That's why he averages 28 a game. That's why I sit next to you and got fired. Because his decision's a lot better than mine.
59-52, Florida State looking for a hot hand to cut in.
I keep waiting for Bacon to drive the basketball.
Rattan Mays, X as they call him. Inside, as Smith knows what to do with it.
Great move.
Smith with the stuff.
He's another guy who's injured. He's come back, a veteran player off the bench. I mean, you bring veteran guys like Hofer and Smith off the bench. Those are guys that have played in the ACC.
Poked away from Berry, out of play.
That's your bench players. I mean, he's got a second five that could probably be right up there in the top 40 in the nation.
And Smith is 6'9". He is a senior. Very good shot blocker, but the coaches say he's a wild card because he can do a lot of things. He can score.
This team might be the most talented it had at Florida State in years. Pat Kennedy had a great one in '92. My memory serves, Sammy Cassell,
yes,
Douglas Edwards, Bobby Zura.
They had 4 first-rounders off that team. Stolen away, Rattan Mays in the open floor. And another stuff, and this one by Terrence Mann.
You know, Mann gets the score, but what a tremendous play. Defensively and offensively, making a pass by Rattan Mays.
Berry trying to shred the D. Took a bump. It won't roll in. Up and in by Jackson.
And there it is again. Missed the shot, score. That's one of their great offensive weapons. Miss the shot and score on the rebound.
They're a dynamite rebounding team. Most will tell you the best in the country.
Second in the nation offensive rebounding. First in the nation with margin rebounds.
And trying to get involved here. And a foul on the play with 14:20 to go here in the second half. Let's go to Allison.
Well, we're seeing Florida State really attack the basket, and it's not surprising. During that last timeout, assistant coach Dennis Gates said, we're settling for too many jump shots. Some of the charges they called earlier in the game are making them passive. We have to get more post feeds.
I really agree with you right there, Allison. And they did. I was telling Obi during a break, they got to go to the basket more and get away from shooting too many jumpers.
Crowd was howling because that was number 3 on Jackson. That's going to be an offensive foul as they went inside. The personal will go against Colfer, his first.
He made contact as he spun in the lane. Turned to the left, tried to go to the goal, and made contact.
And again, Florida State will play as many as 12 here this afternoon. One of the deepest teams in the country. Here's May with the follow, but not this time. A rare miss off an offensive rebound.
Rattan Mays got to look for a shot. He's got to look for a shot.
Dumps it down for Smith. Into the corner. Colfer driving the baseline. Went for the reverse, but no.
Had a great opportunity right there in that baseline drive.
Vincent in for Hicks, who's in some foul trouble. Here's Jackson, a launch and hit the 3.
He's such a good player, especially when he makes the 3. Elevates his game.
Well, last weekend against NC State, that he hit 6 of those.
Makes him an elite player.
He really played a great game.
What's happened to NC State? Unbelievable.
Colfer banging inside. Can't finish it.
He's had 2 opportunities now, Colfer, 2 drives.
Up the floor for Jackson.
Nobody back. Nobody back. Got a TO, baby. The Noles need a TO.
66-56. Just as it had tightened up, the Tar Heels go off on a run.
They're so explosive. They can run, baby, run. Jackson makes the 3. And then they go in transition. And on the break, baby, Tar Heels at their best. Run with the rock. And there's the conversion to score, and they're a +10.
Tonight at 11 Eastern, be sure to tune into Sports Center at night with Kevin Connors and Nicole Briscoe. Highlights, breakdowns from the NFL playoffs, previews of the divisional games, highlights of all the college basketball at Sports Center at night on ESPN.
NFL playoffs, baby. NFL playoffs.
Great time of the year, isn't it?
Great time. Nothing greater than what we went right here. College basketball. Go to arenas around the nation, the passion, the spirit, the enthusiasm, the energy, the excitement.
The game in front of us was Duke and Louisville, and Bill won that one. Here, North Carolina's gone on a 7-0 run over the last minute and a half. Trying to end that is Jarquez Smith, and on the hook he gets it to go.
You know, Jarquez Smith coming off the bench has been very productive, but the star's got to rise. I'm still waiting for Bacon to bring home the bacon.
Also, good. A foul against North Carolina, and that'll go against Nate Britt in his second.
Roy's upset about that.
So the basket is good.
Could be a 5-point play.
Up top for man. So FSU with a chance to cut in here, Tim. Long one by Savoy won't drop, and a rebound picked off and a foul against the Seminoles. Let's go to Allison Williams.
Well, UNC has to keep playing with the same energy and intensity that allowed them to go on that 7-0 run that you mentioned, Obi. And that's what Roy was telling them during that last timeout. He said, you have to keep bringing it, keep up with that energy, that aggressiveness. He said, they're not going to quit. You can't quit either.
Well, that was the problem they had against Wake Forest. Had a 19-point lead, and Wake cut it to 1. Danny Manning has a great kid come off the bench making shots.
Vincent with great hustle. Williams is open, but can't connect. And another foul on the baseline. Now a flurry of whistles, a lot of fouls on both sides. A lot of these going against the Seminoles, and that one against Trent Forrest. That's number 4 on the freshman.
Well, you can't get away with that. I was watching it right here. That was a good call. Little shove off.
And Leonard Hamilton continues to bring in fresh players here, oftentimes 2 or 3 at a time.
There's Walker in. Walker can make things happen.
12 and a half to go. North Carolina leading 66-58. And in for Meeks. Jackson, the go-to man so often for the number 11 Tar Heels. He gave up the dribble. Here's Meeks again. Tumbling down, knocking it out of play. Florida State off of man with 16 on the shot clock. We have hardly mentioned the shot clock today.
Absolutely. You know, think about this. Basketball is a game of spurts, right? Need spurts. We haven't seen a spurt yet, a real strong spurt for Florida State. Keep waiting for them to explode in one of their spurts. North Carolina's done a great job negating that.
Wow.
Are you serious?
He has 20.
Are you serious, Mr. Jackson? Unbelievable.
On the drive, Walker, no. Tipped by Smith.
Big Jackson shot that from Rowley. Good offensive rebound by Smith.
Jackson showing tremendous range. Berry ready to check back in. That's pretty slick by Nate Britt.
I'm going to tell you this. They're going to have 3 guys in their 20s there when you look at North Carolina.
Britt got knocked down on the seat of his pants. Long distance, that one swished in, and a foul on the play as well. Jonathan Isaac connecting.
What a strong second half Isaac's had. He's been really strong. You know what's a number that's really unbelievable? North Carolina's had 6 players already get an offensive rebound. There it is. Knock it down, baby. Knock it down.
Hey, that's 4 on Meeks.
He's had a history getting the
Guards, it's about the big. Landon Lucas averaging a double-double. Who? In conference play.
LaFonso, meanwhile, your alma mater in a dogfight. Back to the Dean Dome.
Isaac at the line. He has his 3rd career double-double. This 6'10 freshman, so impressive. Just nailed a 4-point play.
Yeah, he really did a great job squaring his body. What a great second half he's had. He's had a tremendous second half.
Picked up by man. He'll finish that with a stop. And here come the Seminoles.
Well, this is what they needed, one of these little spurts. I tell you one thing, there's no quitting that club. They reflect their coach. He's a fighter, scrapper. Remember his background. He's coaching the Big 12. He's coaching the Big East, the ACC, NBA.
The dribble. Yeah, he's been everywhere. As you said, 67 years old. It's tough to believe. Britt slicing through. Gave it up for May, and now a scrap for it. Has to put it up. Blocked inside by Smith. The return won't go, and a whistle.
Tell you one thing, they're hungry on the glass. They really are hungry on the glass. That's why they have the great rebounding margin. Best in the nation, 13.4. Watch this defense right here. Good play. They're going to convert it. Steal. Play up.
Terrence Mann, the sophomore from Lowell, Massachusetts. So it is Hicks at the line. And remember, he's playing with 3. Meeks has 4. And North Carolina does not have the services of 6'11" Tony Bradley out with concussion.
Well, we talked about that earlier. We said one of the keys of the game is the fact that they're short on bigs. And those 2 big guys, Hicks and Meeks, can't get in foul trouble. Meeks is in foul trouble. Hicks is playing with 3. See, I would pound the ball inside Smith, go right at Hicks. I would go to Smith, go right at Hicks.
Man looking inside, off to Walker, and he launched the 3. Rebound picked off by Smith. A very active second half and fouled with 10:37 to go.
Well, I think one of the reasons He's very active, and that's a great quality, but also the fact that Hicks has 3 fouls is not able to play him as tough as he would like.
So it'll be Smith, the senior from Haddock, Georgia, at the line. And that'll spin in.
I know one guy that's cheering like crazy right now. He sent me a text. He's going wild for his Knowles, Buster Posey. He told me to say hello in a text.
You guys are tight. I know you are.
I love Buster. He's a great guy.
Great play. Great play. Not good, great.
But he's a Hall of Famer in the game of life. He loves to help kids. Has helped us with the V Foundation. He and his beautiful wife, Kristen.
I don't know. You take one catcher in a game 7, very well might be Buster Posey. Slithering in Pinson. Here's May. He's open. Can't connect.
Nice rebound right there by Isaac to negate the offensive rebound.
Isaac way downtown, but too strong. They get the second effort, however. Inside. Getting the deck, Savoy, and a tie-up on the play. Possession arrow. Keep it right here. It'll be Florida State ball with 10:05 to go. And after we're done here, we take you to Rupp Arena. Malik Monk and number 6 Kentucky battling Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. And we'll also be streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN.
Talk about the best backcourts in basketball. That's certainly one. There's another great one at Creighton. I saw they won easy today. They get Truman State. I never heard of Truman State. Is that Harry Truman, Obi?
I
don't know. But they roll them. And they deserve a cupcake because they play that tough Big East right now. Every game is a battle in that conference.
The swing for Mann. He makes 61% of his shots. Shot clock down to 9, though.
They're trying to isolate Isaac.
With a miss. Jackson with the rebound.
Jackson with those long arms.
Berry trying to feed Hicks, but out of play it goes. So they turned it over 11 times.
Well, right now you got to take advantage of the opportunity they're getting. They're getting an opportunity right now. They got to take advantage of it.
Now, Florida State was kicking it around early in the game. They've stopped doing that for the most part. They've done a better job hanging on to the basketball. They made some big shots here in the second half to close that gap. Mann again on the drive, and he draws the foul. He'll be at the line to shoot 2.
Well, he used the ball screen exceptionally well right there. Got the screen, got a driving angle, took the ball and got fouled. He's one of those guys that, stuffs that stat sheet.
May with his 3rd foul for Carolina. Florida State with a 12-game winning streak. They have taken on all comers. Minnesota, Florida, Virginia on the road. Virginia Tech, the Duke Blue Devils that they just beat by 16.
Tell you one thing, got to convert fouls. That's the great asset. LaFonso Ellis in the studio with Seth doing a great job, both guys. But LaFonso's team, the Fighting Irish, they make free throws.
Another foul with 9:17 to go. Been a lot of fouls here in the second half.
Yeah, really a lot of contact. I think it's going to come down to making free throws at the end of the game.
Yep.
I think the last 5 minutes is going to be crucial in this game.
So Mann picks up his 4th. So the sophomore from Massachusetts in trouble.
North Carolina averaging 89.3 a game, 47.6 field goal percentage, plus 13.6 rebound margin. You know they're going to score points. They just have to do a better job collectively as a team defensively. They got to defend a lot better if they want to win 6 in a row and hang another banner here under the tutelage of Roy Williams.
Berry now at 20. North Carolina 19 out of 29. Florida State 11 for 21. Savoy, that's a shot he can hit, but not this time.
The guy that's got to get active is the star, Bacon. I haven't heard you call his name Bacon often.
Not too often, you're right. I mean, a guy came in averaging 18 a game. Florida State crashing the glass.
He would not let them lose against Virginia. Had 28, was brilliant.
Walker wants to penetrate and takes a hit. He'll be at the line for a 3-point play.
Pretty nice when you get a guy off the bench that can come in with that confidence, score, take the ball to the goal. Take a look right here. Here comes Walker. Nice little drive. Protects the ball well. Goes up. A little clap. A little happy. Hey, move over football. Move over football. Hoops up. Gonna be big in Tallahassee.
16-1 the Seminoles, and now Walker trying to get him a little bit closer. He's the best foul shooter at 81%.
Jimmy Fisher does a great job down there. Super guy. We honored him at the Dick Vitale Gala. What a terrific guy.
74-70. Jackson. Britt sizes it up. He can't nail it. Rebound coming free. Great save. Way down in the corner by Hicks.
Hicks did a terrific job keeping that ball alive.
Yes, as he was sailing out of play. Berry penetrating. Tough shot. Takes the hit. He'll be at the line.
See, there's the attack mode of Berry. He gets to the free throw line, and he's one of the better free throw shooters in the history of North Carolina.
Look at this save. Yes.
Yeah.
Great effort.
Plays like that lead to winning. Hustle plays. 50-50 plays. Getting on the floor.
Well, Jonathan Isaac just picked up his 4th foul. It feels like everybody on the floor has 3 or 4 with over 8 minutes to go.
See, what a plus right here. They'll take Isaac out. Well, you can put a guy, your point guard, who's going to have the ball a great deal of the time at the end of the game, know that he could convert on a free throw line.
Berry came in a 92% foul shooter, having made 45 of 49, and was never misses.
Great rotation.
So the crowd back to full throat here.
Crowd's not getting into it. A little quiet there for a while. Here's the kid I'm waiting for to break loose.
Bacon. Yes!
He has got ability. He's got talent. He's got a great body. Played at Oak Hill. Comes from Lakeland, Florida. Home of the spring training Tigers.
Reaching in a foul. Stops the clock with just under 8 minutes to go. And it is really tightened up. And we'll see if that one gets Dwayne Bacon really cooking. 76-73. Well, the lead has been cut down to 3. How do you see the last 8 minutes?
Well, you know, you got to make free throws. Think about this. Florida State right now would be in great shape. They're 11 for 22 on the free throw line. That's 1 out of 2. You come down to the end of games, making free throws is big. On the other side, North Carolina has an edge there. Made 21. And I tell you, an edge is the play of Berry at the end of a game because he's such a good free throw shooter.
He has 22, 5 out of 6 at the foul line. And he's there with 7:56 remaining.
You know, we can talk all the technicalities we want. Sometimes a game is determined just by simplicity. Step into the charity stripe and make it a free throw.
You know, North Carolina's missed 10 on the day.
Except they've gone to the line a big number. That's, I believe, their 33rd, is it not? Or 32nd?
They've been at the line 32 times. Second end of the 1-and-1 now. And he hits the pair so reliable there.
He's not going to miss him. I'll tell you that. He's not going to miss him. He's money in the line.
So 78-73 here at the Smith Center. Walker back out top of Bacon. Tapped away by Williams, and so they'll keep it. But excellent sticky defense. That's something that Leonard Hamilton talked about in his workout today. North Carolina gets a lot of strips, a lot of steals around midcourt, maybe more than anybody in college basketball.
Well, a lot of deflections. They got guys with a lot of quickness, athletic ability. Williams did a great job there using his length.
Here's Walker free from the corner. Can't stick it. Jackson with a big rebound. He's going to lead the charge. Williams knocked away. What a great job by Walker to save a basket.
Well, Walker did a great job in transition because he took the shot all the way to the baseline, came all the way back, and he really took away a layup. Terrific play.
Carolina to inbound.
Tell you one thing, Jackson really pushes that ball up the floor off a rebound. He's being played by Bacon right now. Nice matchup.
Jackson come into the game averaging 18 points a game. He has it now beyond the 3.
Bacon all over him right now. Just trying to stay in front.
Jackson into the paint. No. No.
Wow. Did a great job with that curl move coming off the lane.
Bacon will lift. That spins out. That rim has been a little bit tight for the Seminoles here in the second half.
Well, I remember now 3 opportunities that the ball looked like it was down. He's a little frustrated right there, right now. Looking at Bacon. Took a good shot.
And Bacon said after the Duke win that he feels this FSU team has really grown And one of the ways he thinks that's happened is hot shooters will defer to the next hot shooter. If they cool off a little bit, whoever gets hot, they communicate a lot. Well, you go ahead and take it. Berry on the drive.
Look at the way they find the glass.
Williams missed it, though, on the second effort. Bacon comes out of there with it, wants to take it all the way for two.
And that's what they need out of him. That's a star. He's starting to rise a little bit now. He's made 2 good plays here in the last 3 possessions.
78-75, 14 for Bacon.
Got to stay in front. You got a mismatch right here. Isaac checking Berry with 4 fouls. Get the ball to Berry. Get him right now the ball. Isaac's got 4 fouls.
Jackson operate. Difficult angle, but he backs it in.
Wow, what a terrific play right there. So forget about Berry. I'm going to score.
Back up to 5 for the Tar Heels. Tie up on the play, and North Carolina
will have possession. Here comes Mr. Bacon. Said, get me the ball. I'm going to deliver the Bacon, baby. Here goes Mr. Bacon. There's a nice drive. And then JJ, Mr. Jackson. Say, anything you can do, I can do better. What an acrobatic shot. Play a game of horse. Try to make that going to your left. Using your right hand.
Berry beat his man. Can't finish it, though. They want to play racehorse basketball now, and off the window by Rattan Mays, but a foul to stop the clock with 5:53. They do not hang on very long before they shoot it on both sides. That's number 4 on Jackson.
People are going to love watching them play in Tallahassee. Run, baby, run. Excitement. They play with a lot of energy, excitement. You got Jackson with 4. You got Meeks with 4.
And Rattan Mays at the line as we go to Allison Williams.
Well, Florida State has to be happy with what just happened there, because that's exactly what they were talking about during the last timeout. They told their guys, you need to rebound and run, and you need to do a better job of getting to the foul line, which Xavier Rattan Mays is doing here. Also, guys, they have to clean up the fouls on the other end. Free throws will be key.
Little short right there, but
Pinson.
Mr. Pinson. Slam jam bang. The one Pinson I used to love was made of Pinson. But this guy, Theo Pinson, I love him right now in Chapel Hill.
And a whistle and a foul against Florida State. 5:36 to go. The dunk of the day. Pinson skywalking here inside the Smith Center.
He was a high wire act there, baby. Up, up, and away. Up, up, and away. The elevator man in that sequence. Incredible. What a big-time play right there. They could use it, too. Here he goes. He was determined. He's exploded. Jam City. Slam, jam, bam. Oh, you got to love it, Obi. Obi, you got to love it.
Man, talk about finishing. His first field goal of the season. How about that?
First field goal of the season. Wow. What a way to get one.
Well, he had not played until last weekend against NC State, coming off injury. He looks totally healthy.
He looks good there. Looks like the foot didn't bother him there.
He's a guy who comes with a lot of personality, known to be easily the best dancer. And he can do it anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
He can do it on crutches.
Wow. He's going to, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's going to take away my title as Disco Dick.
Oh, never. That'll never happen. He's good.
Oh, look at this guy. Do it. Do it, big fella. Do it.
82-76. And that one rocking the house here at Chapel Hill.
Well, the last 5 minutes, we get the winning time right now. North Carolina's really been leading this game almost wire to wire.
Well, they had a pretty good early lead, but Florida State came storming back. And then it was 9 at half for the Tar Heels. Florida State's had to play catch-up all afternoon. And now 82-76.
Now Pinson playing Isaac right now. He's got the size advantage.
Backdoor cut. Bacon airborne. Yes.
That was called during the timeout. That was a set play. You got to love that in the studio, guys. That was a set play, that backdoor play.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go. Robinson getting some big minutes here in the second half. The freshman from Georgia.
Well, because of the foul trouble situation.
Everybody's in foul trouble. Berry goes sprawling, but it's over the line.
Yes, sir.
And
Good
that'll be a
call.
violation.
Good call by Mr. Cassell. Mentioned Mr. Cassell, 1992 was the last time this club has been Florida State, a top 10 team. Sammy Cassell and company, Bobby Zura. Here it goes. Much more kicks back. Here it goes. Touches it, and his legs across the line. I even saw that with one eye.
So
Times it looks like you're going to put them away, and you can't put them away. They're too talented, Florida State.
as mentioned, they were down by 7 against Virginia at halftime and rallied to win that game. Bacon, not this time. Was saved by Pinson, but nearly turned over. That'll squirt out of play, and that's going to be FSU basketball.
Got a break right there. Now you got to take advantage of that break, that opportunity. Boy, Williams, what a career he's had. Kansas and here as a head coach, coaching at 2 places, blue blood schools, and has delivered big time.
Take a closer look on this one. Ruled out a play off of Carolina.
Well, the Florida State bench made that call. They made that call.
Foul here against Berry. Trying to contain Rattan Mays. And that's going to be the 3rd on Joel Berry.
Crowd's kind of quiet right now, are they not?
They
I
did.
thought they'd be a little live.
They got quiet. I mean, obviously everyone was cheering after the spectacular dunk by Pinson. So Rattan Mays to the line, just 63% for the junior from Scarborough, Ontario.
He's missed 2 in a row now. He missed 1 was short, now he's long. A veteran player like this who's been around, you got to convert. These are golden opportunities.
Look at all that foul trouble on both sides.
So the advantage you go when you talk about foul trouble, you can't do it. 3 in a row he's bricked. 3 in a row. Right now, the edge goes to Florida State in terms of bench. They got a bench that's very experienced.
It's an over the top for Hicks.
Great play, unselfish. Hicks been playing basically the whole second half with 3 fouls.
20 points for Isaiah Hicks.
Came out was strong in the beginning of the game. That was a big possession.
That's going to be a travel line. Golarotis.
Think about the last 2 possessions. You get an opportunity to go to the free throw line. You got a veteran player, and he misses 2. Then you get an opportunity to turn the ball over. That is a formula for losing. You're on the road against a club like North Carolina. You can't make those kind of mistakes.
Again on the line for Hamilton and the Seminoles. A 12-game winning streak and a perfect record at the moment in the ACC at 4-0. They are 16-1.
And to stay unbeaten. Right now, you're unbeaten as well as Notre Dame. I don't know what's happening at the end of that Notre Dame game with Virginia Tech. Just got word the Irish won, so they're 5-0 now in conference play. See, they win those close games to the end because we talked about it earlier. They got guys that convert in the free throw line and they don't turn the ball over.
As you said, amazingly, Notre Dame 84% at the line. Shot clock is down to 5. Berry wants it. Trying to make a move on the drive. And he connects.
Wow.
Boy, was that a determined shot.
Wow. What a strong move to the goal.
He has had a big day again when North Carolina has really needed him. Isaac deep in the corner. Can't hit it. And May is there. And a man out in front. It'll be Hicks.
Here we go. Kansas City. Get a TO, baby. Oh, right now.
Boy, that did not take long. Back up to 10.
What a great job by North Carolina with the game on the line, making big plays.
Man looking to penetrate. No contact. Missed the tip. Rebound on the baseline. And back out. Bacon off the fake. Weaving inside. And 2 for Bacon.
Wow, what a great move right there to make that happen by Bacon. Shaking Bacon.
He has 18. Wow. 8-point game again.
They're going to come up with a defensive stop. They better stay in front of this guy. Mr. Berry's been in control. He won the game for them against Clemson when he had 31.
Got 23 in the second half. He'll lift again.
Not a good shot there.
But a second effort again.
Again, they get 43% of their missed shots. 43%. That's incredible. So reminiscent of years ago Big John's Hoyas.
Hicks with a kick out. Here's Pinson. Yes! A three!
He's giving him a good lift today. Oh, look at Roy Williams. Is he animated? Does he want it? He's got a lot of wins, baby. He's closing in on 800. What, 798 he has?
798 coming into today. Bacon, 18 points. He's had a good second half, but not a good play. Off him, back over to the Tar Heels.
Tell you, I love the emotion of Pinson. Very emotional, plays with feeling.
Timeout, under 2 to play, back to the studio. Doug and the boys.
Dave, thank you. You guys mentioned Notre Dame still undefeated in ACC play. This was huge. Matt Farrell diving.
Matt Farrell's so gritty. He's been the leader for this team this year.
The reason these guys finish out games because they stay old. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, juniors and seniors and tough, gritty sophomores.
Very gritty.
It was a one-possession game when Farrell did it. Then it became a free throw game. Big one there and a big one coming up next at Rupp.
They have found another gear, Dick, with a 9-2 run. Certainly Justin Jackson has played exceptionally well. Barry with 26. But how about a couple of guys, unsung heroes off their bench today? Luke May has 15 rebounds.
It's unbelievable. You look at the box score tomorrow, 2 points. He has 15 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. Gave him a lot of energy and hustle. And what about Pinson? The dunk gave him momentum. Then he hits a 3, 5 points. But better than that, he has 10 rebounds. So between 2 guys who step in, you got Meeks, you got Hicks in foul trouble, Meeks in foul trouble. 25 rebounds between those 2 guys off the bench, Pinson and May. I tip my hat to them.
Well, one of the reasons people look at Carolina as such a serious contender for a national championship with all that talent, and don't forget Tony Bradley unavailable because of the concussion, the 6'11" freshman.
I felt from day one they're one of my clubs for a Final Four, and they have not changed. Even the loss to Georgia Tech, they haven't changed my opinion. They're going to be a tough out from tournament time.
Tan Mays not having a kind of day. He's had a couple of times against North Carolina.
Yeah, he really liked to have back those free throws.
Try the 3, too strong. Rebound comes back to the Tar Heels.
This is a very good player. Tan Mays very good. So is Bacon. This is a very good Florida State team. Make no doubt about it. They are a legit top 15 team.
But a loss will be their first in the conference. On the drive, Williams and a reach-in foul by Bacon with 1:19 to go. And if Carolina hangs on and wins it, that'll be the end of a school record 12-game winning streak for the Seminoles.
And what's amazing, who would have ever thought Notre Dame was sitting there 5-0 right now in conference play, showing you that if you handle the ball well, you don't turn it over, you make shots from the 3, you have a guy that can go to the free throw line, a number of guys on your team make free throws, you got a chance to win. And that's a formula for success, and Mike Bray's doing a fantastic job. Look at the standings right here.
Williams making 1 of 2, so lead up to 14 points, approaching the 1-minute mark. On a big run by the Tar Heels when it mattered most. Isaac not there with a 3. He's had an outstanding afternoon here in a tough environment. That's a name to remember, isn't it?
He's a good-looking player. He's got a great future.
Jonathan Isaac. But this day is going to belong to the Tar Heels at home at the Smith Center.
9-0 at home.
On the drive, and Pinson will finish it. He's had quite a day.
Yeah, Pinson's really been a big plus for them off the bench. Roy Williams clapping those hands. Has to be very happy. They withstand an unbelievable run by Florida State.
3-pointer, that'll go by Savoy, who has an outstanding shooting touch.
They got some players. There's no question it's going to be a big, big year for the Noles.
With a loss, they drop to 16-2. Coming off that terrific win at home against Duke, but they are in a really, really tough part of their schedule.
I'll tell you one thing, when you got a point guard like Barry, when he's onto his game, that's a plus. And their rebounding ability showed here today big. They were like a margin of better than 20. They're like 55 to about 35 on the glass. Great effort by North Carolina on the glass. And you know what? They better hug May, because he set the tone with those 15 rebounds. Look at this. Oh, going to empty the bench now.
And this will give the big crowd here at Chapel Hill a chance to salute their Tar Heels, who are going to bring North Carolina a big win over number 9 Florida State.
I asked Roy before you were in the office, where do you rate this team with your offensive teams, previous clubs? He said, wow, we had some big ones in 2005, 2009, that's growing company.
Well, an impressive victory over the Seminoles. That is the end of a 12-game winning streak for Florida State. Auburn and Kentucky is coming up next. For my partner, the Hall of Famer Dick Vitale, and for Allison Williams and our entire crew, I'm Dave O'Brien. Thanks for watching. Now to Kentucky. Here's Tom Hart.